God, I hope we don't balls this up. God, I hope we don't balls this up. Hi guys, and welcome back to Liverpool. If you've been enjoying the series, of course, on the beta, drop a like on the video. That would be tremendous. Today, well, I mean, you're going to find me starting a lot of videos just with the data hub and showing you like a certain thing each time maybe. And I think that's maybe not a bad idea considering I think that we're going to be moving through the season a little bit slower than I would normally be. So today, I thought we'd have a look at the expected goal or the expected league table at this point. And less to do with us because I'm actually happy with our position right now. We're second in the league. Expected top, but at this point it's very, very early days, so it's much of a muchness at that point. What I wanted to focus on really is Wolves. As we know, top of the Premier League, 15 points on the board, 5 wins out of 5, yet they only have an expected points of 8.8. They are massively overachieving right now, but in addition to that, West Ham United almost overachieving by, well, not quite as much as that, but they're still overachieving by quite an extreme amount themselves. Should be expected to be much lower in the league, and they currently sit third as well, so they've kind of gone under the radar. And that brings me to trivia time. I don't know why this started happening. I think James Milner's he's awoken something within me. Here's your little trivia for the day. Pause it now and get your answers in the comments. What years did Wolves win the league title? It might not happen this year, it's looking unlikely, but they have won the league title a few times in the top flight, so yeah, let me know in the comments, get the answer later in the video. Now, I know I said that I was going to make a video at the weekend about plans for FM22 in general. There was a few things that came up in the meantime that meant that I couldn't have put them in there yet, but then I didn't want to have to make two videos talking about the same essential thing, so we're going to hold off on that until a bit later. But what I did want to quickly talk about is sort of a couple of long-term plans with saves, because I think that's really what matters. Other stuff is more admin. More specifically is obviously the YouTube channel right now. So Liverpool will be continuing until the full release of the game. Now, there might be a little bit more of Liverpool after that, because I might need to wait for a database to actually be able to play the save I want to do long-term on the channel this year. Slightly different. Now, normally, every year, as you know, I do a rebuilding save, where I, generally speaking, take an English club who have fallen a long way from where they once were, and then return them to their former glory. This year, no club really captured my interest to the point where I was like desperately wanting to do a save, and that's usually what it takes for me to actually do these saves, and thankfully in the past we've managed to find clubs that really did suit those things. Because what I want to do this year is something a little bit different, but still along the same kind of lines. I want to do a From the Shadows type save in the UK, or in England in this particular case. However, with Newcastle being taken over with all their large amounts of money, it stands to reason that several seasons into these saves, they probably will start to become quite a dominant club. And I want to take a local side and try to overthrow them. And in theory, that local side, hopefully, barring database problems, will be Newcastle Blue Star. They play very low, but I just love the badge. I love the club. Lee Clark's involved at the club too. I believe he's actually the director of football, or certainly has some ownership stake in the club, I believe. Failing that though, and with database issues potentially being a case when it is so low, is that there are other sides in that area as well that are possible, such as South Shields, North Shields, Newcastle Benfield. Gateshead is an other popular option, but I think they start a little bit too high for what I want to do with this. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at doing in my main overall save on YouTube for this year. And obviously over on Twitch for the full save, we're going to be doing Building a Nation again, this time with Treaty United in Ireland. It's going to be awesome. Today's video contains 3 games which are enormous to us. Interesting actually though, is that my scouts reckon that Chelsea are going to play a back 3. But from what they've got down as their positions, it doesn't look as though there's any wide centre-backery going on. Also, another note when it comes to scouting, all the filters that I made, all 86 of them for last year's game, work on this year's game. You can just copy them straight across. Might mean that next window we actually get to sign someone. Oh, Trent, no. Tomorrow is the game, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is the name that will be missing from the team sheet for 3 to 4 weeks. Just as we were starting to get all our players back, it's hit us again. Well, we've got most of our squad back, but Trent is such a key figure in this team. It really makes you wish that we could have signed Juan Cuadrado, doesn't it? This is the exact type of reason I was trying to bring someone like him in, because it does get a bit thin in that right wing-back spot without Trent there. I've also taken to moving Konate and Nico Williams out of the under-23s. I don't know why Konate was set there originally, but that was the reason that I wasn't using him originally, because I just assumed he'd be in the first team, but he isn't, but both of them are now back into the first team. Hopefully, let me just turn this off so we can sort of get a bit better idea of who's actually where. We should be able to go back to almost full strength here. Fabinho. What's Fabinho's crossing like? It's not, I mean, obviously it's not spectacular, because that's not really what his role is supposed to be, but he's not the slowest. He's right-footed. He's got a decent amount of height. Very solid defensive attributes. I wonder, but I'm actually fairly content with that as the lineup here. With Thiago having to slip a little bit deeper in order to facilitate Fabinho moving to right back, but that's okay. Still a few others have not quite fully regained their fitness levels yet, but that's fine. It will come in time. This is not going to be easy at all. 3 away games today against 3 tough opponents, 2 in the league, and, you know, Porto are no mugs in the Champions League either. The one plus side is that I had a little look at the analysis for Chelsea, and it does appear that they actually played quite a lot of their first team players midweek against Bristol Rovers in the Cup. So it stands to reason that we might have a fitness advantage over them, which could really help over the full 90 minutes here, and I wonder if that will play out in the match. Because often it's been us getting tired towards the end of halves, but I do wonder if in this particular scenario, Chelsea will be getting tired, because it looks like a very, very similar, maybe with the exception of Loftus-Cheek, starting 11 to that which started against Bristol Rovers, whereas ours is very, very rotated indeed. And hopefully that could give us a little advantage here, which we can use, because this is probably the toughest test we've faced domestically anyway, up to this point. I mean, frankly, it could be overall. And remember, we've got this big lead on Chelsea in the league on points, but also on games played. So being able to extend that today without dropping any more games would be extremely useful. If we were to be able to get a victory at Stamford Bridge, that would be a massive statement for what we could potentially do in the league this season, as Mason Mount's already broken in behind. Okay, I have to stop talking in situations like that. It just seems to lead to bad things. Well, Chelsea have shot out the traps in the opening 5 minutes, but we've weathered the storm for now. Van Dijk out to Robertson. He's going to be key today. His crossing on this left is going to be so damn important as Milner. Good ball through, and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oh, wow. I don't know what he did there. Fabinho's not had the best opening 20 on a booking and on a 6.5 rating so far. So maybe this was a bit of a bad experiment. And once again, that needs to be annoying. Right, there we go. Salah now. Oh, what a touch from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He has to finish, and he does! Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain scores at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 0, Liverpool 1. Another goal for the season for the Ox. I say another goal. I think it's only technically his second goal this season. It just feels like he's scoring a lot. But once again, in that role, the Ox is absolutely lethal from box to box. Great pass from Salah. Lovely little touch from Chamberlain to take it around the side. It's maybe a bit poor from Mendy, actually. He's just drilled it low and hard, and it's 1-0 to Liverpool. Come on, what a start. We are the early kickoff, so we get a chance to really put down a statement here. What a ball from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Can we grab another one, maybe? Fabinho, a chance to cross, maybe? No. Mo Salah pulls it back across, and Mane! And that's a big chance for Sadio Mane again. Still very finely balanced. I'd say now over half an hour we've been the better side, looking the more dangerous because there are spaces emerging, and Firmino's doing a great job at just linking that play up. Salah down the right-hand side. A couple of bodies encroaching on the penalty area now. Goes back to Fabinho. Mason Mount again, pops it around the side for Kai Havertz. Is a tough chance, but again, well saved by Alisson. This is going to be end-to-end, I sense. Clipping one long, and Mane might actually get this. He doesn't need to as it happens. Now he's got it back. Also on a booking, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. So many runners. One of them's Firmino! Yes, it's 2! Bobby Firmino, lovely little assist from James Milner of all people, of course, and it's 2-0 to Liverpool, and Firmino finally gets an opportunity to burst in behind the Chelsea defence there, and it is now 2-0 at Stamford Bridge on half an hour. Lovely work from Sadio Mane, to his credit here. This is a nice little pick out inside, and then just a pop round the side from James Milner, and Firmino with the cheekiest of finishes makes it 2-0 to Liverpool. Come on. I say tonight, it's 12:30. It's literally midday as Thiago dispossesses his man. Firmino again. Oh, he goes for goal. I think he had no choice, really. They look a bit lethargic in possession. Robertson's ball in. Van Dijk! Oh, he gets the header away. Just can't get it on target. Getting to half-time at 2-0, I think, is kind of crucial in this one right now. As you know how we can tend to tail off sometimes right before half-time, but it might affect them more than us. As Mo Salah with a great first touch. Can he make it 3? No, he can't. Apologies for that. Next door's doggo, every time I yelled that we were about to score, started barking incredibly, which I appreciate the support, Elsa. I do. Honestly, I was more worried about the fact that I was winding up the neighbour's dog, to be honest. As we put another ball in, and Van Dijk is there, and he should have done better again there. Worrying about the yellow cards for a first half, and Lukaku, though, has been extremely quiet. And, oh no, what? Virgil van Dijk's just been sent off for handball. Oh dear. That is less than ideal. Right, okay, we're going to switch to that. I want to make as little substitutions as possible if I can, and this sort of will tide us over. So Fabinho will drop to centre-back for the moment. Williams will go to right-back. Thiago will slip into the ball in midfield role, and we'll sort of shuffle things around a little bit like that. Dear Virgil, that is... That could have a massive effect on this game because we were dominant through most of that first half and looked very, very good indeed. But now find ourselves with a 2-goal advantage, albeit. That's still a nice lead to be able to defend. But now 10 men for the entire second half. It's actually like Inter all over again. Second half, we'll obviously keep adjusting things throughout the half to just sort of try to manage stuff. Depending on what Chelsea do, we will make our changes. Right now I've made a change to the formation, but that's about it. And I want to see how we adjust ourselves mentality-wise and other areas as the game wears on to see where Chelsea try to exploit our defence. There's so many bodies in the way. Good block again, and cleared by Mane. That doesn't mean, though, that if we couldn't get a bit of possession, we wouldn't be able to find an opportunity or two. But it is going to be very, very tough indeed. Havertz now. Mason Mount, he's going to slip this through for Lukaku, isn't he? Alisson's out! And it's a great save. Wow, we are going to have to maybe drop a line deeper. Chelsea have had quite a lot of shots in the second half, but they have been from range. I've dropped our defensive line a bit deeper just to try to prevent those balls in behind. I've also turned it on to play for set pieces, so we can just start to kill this game off a little bit and slow the pace down. Just try to find maybe a set piece opportunity or two as Mane's ball in. goes out wide to Nico Williams. But we've ridden the first 20 minutes of the second half without conceding, which is the key. Getting through that first spell of dominance from Chelsea, which was inevitable, is a good sign as we now actually maintain a bit of possession. If we grabbed a third goal, Firmino! Oh, what a chance. That could have maybe killed the game, but it's those final 20 minutes you've got to worry about as Mane's in there again, and it's a great shot. Hits the post this time. It was around here against Inter where we started to crumble a little bit. I mean, honestly, after that first 20 minutes, and I made a couple of little switches tactically, and Oxlade-Chamberlain with another effort, we've actually got a lot better. Once I dropped the defensive line back and started changing some of the build-up play style, Chelsea have barely threatened us for the past 20 minutes. Robertson's ball in, and not quite on target this time. This would be a really big statement victory. Oh, it clips off the crossbar. They're having one last crack at it, it would seem. They had a little bit of a break. Oh, what a brilliant interception from Thiago. Don't foul him. Keep him up. And another brilliant piece of defending. But the play continues. James. That's James. Reece James. It's in my head, friends. It's in my head. Or a blocked shot or something. We've actually got them pretty well. Oh, God. Oh, God. And Alisson with a superb stop. And that, honestly, right there might be the save that allows us to get out of here with 3 points. Luke, and well cleared, and Firmino will pick this up and just slowly but surely bring this away. Hopefully spread this out wide. Yes, he does. And that will allow us to kill the final 30 seconds here. It looks like not only are we going to beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and we surely are now, we're going to keep a clean sheet in the process of doing it with 10 men for the whole second half. Salah's ball in, and Fabinho isn't going to be able to do much with that, but he doesn't need to. He's got out of it in the end here, and it looks like it is going to be Chelsea 0, Liverpool 2. And wow, he was keeping it in the corner. Sorry, time wasting actually looks like time wasting. That is a really strong result for us. And I think in the end, we deserved the win. I think we were the better side over the full game. Even started to threaten. You can really see when I made that tactical switch in the second half because Chelsea flew out and then they just sort of stagnated for a bit. Very, very pleased with that. Disappointed in Virgil. That was really bad of him. But the point is, it's another victory on the board. Now, what happens in the other games today? Because this was the early kickoff, and what an early kickoff it was. Alisson was superb in this game as well. Good news for us is Man United beaten by Arsenal incredibly, but also bad news. Wolves win their 6th consecutive Premier League game by 4-2 against Crystal Palace. Also, still worth noting, Chelsea have already played 8 games and only have 8 points from their opening 8 fixtures in the Premier League this season. That is actually not shy of relegation. It's not relegation form, it's just above it. Okay, so it's bad news in that Fabinho sprained his ankle, or ankle ligaments. Is going to be out for 3 weeks. I have now changed the training schedules to something that I'm hopefully... I mean, look at this. We have actually seen a 17% decrease so far this season. So what I would say is we're actually doing well on injuries. It's just they've been in positions where perhaps it's had a bigger effect than you would expect, I suppose. But I guess that's the luck of the draw, in it. But that's kind of... I haven't noticed that before. I quite like that. One thing I did notice, though, I was looking at the pre-match analyst stuff for the Porto game, and I realised I didn't have my face cam on, which is dumb of me. It ran out of batteries. Well, not ran out of batteries, but, it needed restarting. They didn't do very well against Kiev. They only scored a penalty and won 1-0 through it. And... other than that, they didn't really do anything in that match at all. And they were trying to force everything through Wendell on that left-hand side. So I do sense that that's an area that perhaps we could target to really try to take him out of the game. It's just a plan for now. Let's I might do a selection advice, actually, and then adjust on the fly here. So Joe Gomez or Nico Williams is my question. I think at the moment I do trust Joe Gomez more, but we will see. Happy with that as the midfield right now. Henderson obviously still needs a bit of work. He's really slowly getting back to match. He's taking his time about it. At least Van Dijk can play here, so we don't have to worry about fitness levels with him because obviously he's going to miss the United game anyway. Basically, every player that we can have available for this game is going to be involved in some manner. Firmino's rating, I think, is dragged down by a couple of poor performances right here, but he has certainly started to pick things up a little bit now with a 7 and a 7.2, so he's getting there. So obviously, Luis Diaz is the guy that we tried to sign. That didn't work out well, did it? And Wendell, a lot of the play went through him. So I just want to see if we press him a bit harder and try to tackle him harder and show him on his weaker foot, just try to get him out of the game. Now, of course, that was against a weaker side in Kiev, but still. Just had a quick check to make sure he wasn't playing at left wing or something. No, he definitely played left back in that first game. I would love to go into that United game as the last game of the video with 2 wins out of 2 here. Beating Chelsea was such a good start as well. That I wasn't actually expecting us to go there and grab a win, and to do it in such, I say, comfort. I think if we don't go down to 10 men in that game, I think we could potentially win that game 3 or 4-0 with the way that game was progressing, but we had to make changes to sort of solidify ourselves in the second half. And we did in there what we couldn't do against Inter, but it does kind of give me an idea of what we maybe could do should we find ourselves down to 10 men next time around. Because it's going to happen again inevitably. But in Europe is where it really matters. And after the disappointment of the game against Inter, which I still think we deserved to lose in the end, but maybe without the red card we could have held on for something a bit more than than a defeat. It's the rest of these games, really. I think we have to target 5 wins out of 5 for the rest of this group. But failing that, I would settle for 13 points, and that probably would be enough for us to get through. So maybe if we actually drew the game against Inter at home or dropped points somewhere else, it wouldn't be the end of the world, as it would still get us through. But I really do want to win this group. Picking it up, showing a bit of speed, which is definitely what we need in there. Milner, here we go. It's very congested, but Mane's in. It's a great tackle on him, and Salah as well blocked. It's a free kick to Porto. Mane has had a lot of chances over the past couple of episodes and failed to find the back of the net since, I believe, the Palace game. And he really does need a goal just to help his confidence, whereas Salah's just been slowly ticking along, nipping a goal in here or there. And Mane's had a few assists, I think, in that period, but needs to score a few more goals for us, given the chances he's had. Milner into the box now. Can he square it back for someone? Robertson, around the side for Mane. Lovely first touch. What a... Ooh! And we go again. Pressure's definitely mounting. Just need to get a win in Europe on the cards, really. Milner, Mane, where's the run? There's the run for Firmino! Oh, it's a lovely finish from Bobby Firmino, and it's 1-0 Liverpool on half an hour. Definitely deserved. It might well be our first shot on target of the game, I think, but nevertheless, we've been peppering Porto up to this point. Mane turns a sister. Really, really good. All it took, I think, for us there was just Virgil popping out of defence, dragging a few players with him, and then there's this little space here. It's a lovely finish from Firmino, by the way. Just pokes it with the outside of his right foot. That's such a nice animation. 1-0 Liverpool, Firmino's third goal of the season. And this would put us right back into the fight in this group, which is exactly what we need. But a second goal would be even better. Mane. Keita. This is lovely football. Very, very brave playing out from the back, but... Okay, Virgil, what was that? We have to talk about whatever that was. Got to watch for those runs. Spinning it behind, Mane dispossesses his man. He looks up for it tonight. Firmino. Can he get through here, maybe? He goes for goal! Robertson's delivery. Oh, and a big save from Costa. Pops it up long, and actually, that's a really nice piece of play from Porto. We've got to make sure Martinez doesn't get anywhere near our penalty area here. Manafra, he's got through. Just got to cluster it up, and oh! And we've got... Mehdi Taremi equalises for Porto. I think that is their first shot of the game. We just got a bit at 6s and 7s there, and yeah, it was a weird one. They just sort of don't track it here, and then... Yeah, I feel like Mane should be winning that, really. And then there's two of the defenders there, and neither of them can win the ball. And yeah, tell a lie, it's actually their second shot of the game. Van Dijk will take this free kick, weirdly, as Mo Salah misses the chance of a lifetime. Well, maybe not the chance of a lifetime, but a good chance. Ox has picked up a knock as well, unfortunately. Right on the stroke of half-time here, though, and Van Dijk and Oh, my God. I can't believe that was saved off the line. Another corner, somehow, in the 4th minute of first-half stoppage time. Robertson's ball again. Van Dijk, and this time... Oh my God. Mane, please somebody just shoot in the end, I think. Oh, and it's another corner to Liverpool. This half just keeps going. Robertson with another ball in. And it's another header over the bar. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know how this game is 1-1. Statistically, if we carry on playing like this, we should find another goal. Milner, round the side for Mane. Can he finally do one? Oh, good effort, on target. Robertson's delivery again. Van Dijk over the bar on the rebound. Can he pull it back across for someone? No. Robertson again. Van Dijk, and it's saved again. This is not a game that we should be not winning. Unless. Oh, I don't know. We've had enough shots in this game. We've had enough chances, and we just didn't take them. Yeah, we managed to hit the target 8 times here, and somehow we've drawn this game 1-1. That's very Brentford-esque, that one. Porto just got that chance in the first half. We just lost a little bit of concentration the moment we took the lead in this one. This is... Oh, dear. I think 1 point from our 2 Champions League games is subpar, particularly as I don't think we've played bad enough to have 1 point from our 2 Champions League games, but it is what it is. You can really see that this is a problem without Trent at the moment. Doesn't make me feel a confidence going into that United game, honestly. This is subpar. Okay, luckily Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's injury is not too serious. So just looking at our monthly analytics sort of roundups, if you like, you know, we're overperforming our goals per game ever so slightly, and we're also overperforming our expected, but only ever so slightly. It's pretty much not bang on, but it's as close as you're going to get, I'd say. Okay, so the Ox, as much as he is back, he's not actually going to be able to play in this game, so we're definitely going to have to monitor that. Arsenal draw, Chelsea draw again, so 9 points from 9 games now for Chelsea. Really, really struggling, and once again have moved to having played 3 more than most other teams in this league. We have a chance to go back to the top again here against United, but also have a chance that even if we were to take a draw at Old Trafford, would still maintain a nice 5-point cushion over them, and they are really, genuinely, our closest rivals in the league right now if you think about how it will probably play out. Question then becomes, who is actually going to play in this game? That's definitely the question. So Van Dijk is injured, which means that obviously, Kanate alongside Matip. Yeah, it might have to be, because I would put Gomez in there normally, but I think Gomez is probably going to have to play right back here. And with the Ox out, Henderson will probably get a chance to actually start here, and he kind of does need to show me a bit of something. The front line is unchanged. Robertson, we have a rest after this, so I don't think I can be... I don't think I can be putting in Tsimikas in this game when we have a rest after this. God, I hope we don't balls this up. God, I hope we don't balls this up. Relating back to our trivia from earlier in today's video, the years that which Wolves won the top flight title was 1953-1954, 1957-58, and of course the 1958-59 season. So hopefully you got that right. I imagine Wolves fans did. I am disappointed by the Porto result, but I'm always looking at the performance overall, and I still don't think it was bad. I think sometimes you're just not going to quite get what you need in those types of games, and generally speaking we are, which is the main thing. We've really had very few genuinely poor performances this season in terms of the actual output. I think the Inter game is the only one where I've been like, oh, that was a bit sus, but the red card certainly did potentially prevent us from making any changes to improve that. So all in all, I'm happy, but this could change a lot here if we were to lose to United in this game. This is massive. We need the big names in this team to step up right now. We need Joe Gomez to put in the shift of his life at right wing back and put in some solid balls for us, and we also need Mane to maybe chip in with a goal, really. That's one thing he has to start doing, as Robertson wins us an early free kick there. A lot of bodies in the way. Good tackle. Well played, lads. Firmino gets a little flick on. Joel Matip has now had to go off injured, which means we're now down to a back line of Gomez, Phillips, Konate and Robertson. Oh, and I mean, it's showing right there. That is not what we needed at all. Bruno Fernandes, we need a block on it, and we do get the block on it, but this... Liverpool and defensive injuries. A match made in heaven, or hell, if you ask me. Our chances today have been of low quality. I haven't really carved out anything concrete just yet. Nice football though, Thiago, and it's all the way through. Oh, and it was nearly deflected past De Gea. Maguire bringing it out from the back, but hopefully we can get in on him. That's a good ball through, actually, for Ronaldo. Oh, he's missed it. Ronaldo whacks it off the crossbar, and he should have done better from that position. Has he moved to the centre now? Presumably to target our slightly weaker centre-back pairing with someone like Ronaldo. Not the worst idea in the world if you're United, really. We're weathering a lot of early pressure. I'm not a fan of this centre-back pairing, but it's really very little choice that we have right now. Just trying to get these guys in at half-time at 0-0. So much better than 1-0 United. Particularly as this is often an area where we can sometimes fade. We need to make sure that that doesn't happen today. Gomez, great header. Henderson now. He's not been able to make any runs from deep. That's one of the problems so far. That sheer lack of it as Ronaldo bursts in behind again. Surely he won't muck this one up, and he doesn't. And it's 1-0 United right on half-time as Cristiano Ronaldo scores his 14th goal of the season. This man is unstoppable at times, and we just got caught out there with the ball over the top. We have nothing going forward at the moment. Every pass is being intercepted by United currently, and once Pogba gets it in this position, Ronaldo makes the run. The defenders aren't quick enough to catch him, and they don't have the presence of mind to do much else. Can't throw a body in there, and Alisson can't do it forever, can he? Last thing we needed was going in at half-time, a goal down right on half-time like that, but hey, we're going to have to really... Oh, my lord. Konate just drives straight into trouble there, and oh my goodness me, not two before half-time. Ronaldo's through again here, and it's a good save from Alisson. Yeah, right before half... I mean, we just did nothing after a certain point midway through that half. We have to sort something out here. We just don't really have any kind of concise possession, whereas United are keeping it a lot of the back line. So I'm going to make a few adjustments to, firstly, our goalkeepers distribution, so that we don't just pass to the centre-backs, because our full-backs are often available for those, and I feel like having a bit more variety might just allow us to get some possession in different positions. In addition to that, United are keeping a lot of the ball with their centre-backs, and I feel like if we could just press them a bit more aggressively, it might allow us to win the ball higher up the pitch. And now, it could also cost us if they were able to launch the ball in behind, but I feel like we've kind of got to try to win the ball off them there, because that's where they're keeping a lot of it. It's really all we've got in this second half. We're going to have to try something, because this has just not been... This is our worst performance of the season by a comfortable margin, which is the last thing we needed right now, but this has not helped. Okay, well... It's make or break now, really, isn't it? Let's go. Slipped into the channel again for Sancho. United getting a lot of joy on this left-hand side now. Whips it through. Greenwood will knock this down. Oh, Ronaldo flicks it over the bar. He's offside, though. I've made a tactical shape switch to actually try to match United's formation and put an attacking midfielder on, just to try to give us a bit more of a pivot point further up the pitch to allow for us to get up the pitch a bit more. We'll see what this does. It's something I was planning on doing in pre-season. I just kind of never got around to building a shape that actually executed itself like this. So hopefully just getting that extra body up there could make a difference, but we will see. Thiago, Origi, here we go. Not Origi, sorry. Diego Jota, he'll probably shoot, won't he? Oh, he's found the shot and it's 1-1. Mo Salah at the back post. Well, that was a good... Okay, I think we finally found the formula. That was a good little tactical switch, and we have now found an equaliser. It is Mo Salah at... Well, I don't know which end that is, actually, but never mind. I'm not super familiar with that. But the point is, 70 minutes on the clock. United won, Liverpool won. Nice work here from everybody, really, to pick that pass out. Salah cuts inside off the wing, pops it in the back of the net, and it is 1-1 here at Old Trafford. Come on! Bruno Fernandes, good save again and cleared, and back to Alisson. Got to be careful. Wow, what a ball. Andy Robertson left up the pitch here. He's got man inside. Oh, he could have found him. He might not need to, though. Origi's header is wonderfully saved. What a chance that was for us. Robertson's ball in now. And it's Konate at the back post. Salah inside for... Yes, Origi's made the run in behind. He's stretching United a bit more now. He's through on goal. Origi hits the post. Clipped up. Flicked away. Ronaldo now. Oh my God, another shot off the bar. Everybody's hitting the bar. Back inside for Ronaldo. Blocked in. Oh, what a save. Gomez. Konate, and that's it. It's United 1, Liverpool 1. I think we were definitely good value for a goal, but I think United definitely could have had another one in that match. But the thing is, a lot of these chances were very low quality, and we were able to defend it fairly well, but my goodness me, what a game. And the point is, we stay second in the league. We keep that 5-point gap from Manchester United, which is the main thing. We stay unbeaten. Man City are 7 points behind us. They do have a game in hand, albeit, but you can see Wolves are now top with a game in hand. Imagine if they won 7 out of 7. Who are they playing? We've got to find out today, don't we? We have to. It's also worth knowing that we did that with a very, very makeshift backline in that game. To the surprise of nobody, Wolves have now won 7 in a row. They're 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League, friends. So, bit of a cluster of games there, but luckily now we have a little run of... Oh, wow, okay, well, there you go. So we've got Villa at home, which is huge, and must win that to get back on the winning, and then even more must win against Dinamo Kiev at home. We should be able to win that, hopefully, surely. And then we go away to Wolves at Molineux in the next video. Surely they won't have won every game by the time we get to that one, right? Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, we may not have got quite what I was looking for from this one, but I'd have taken the 4 points in the Premier League for sure. Definitely should have beaten Porto, though, but it happens. Hopefully we can start to get some more results on the ball, because it's not looking spectacular in there, really. But nevertheless, we've actually only lost 1 game in normal time, so I suppose there's that. Anyway, if you've enjoyed it, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so go follow there too, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for... well, hopefully just us getting some more wins on the board, to be honest. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.